We're gonna look now at single leg pattern. We assess this with split squat on the box step up. The reason for this single leg is basically a complementary pattern for bending and squatting. You will often see in programs for strength when people talk about squatting and deadlifting like accessory work, single leg accessory work. If you want your squat to be better, you do this single leg work and these elevated split squats and blah blah blah. It's just a complementary pattern to the squatting and bending, but we want to build a strong base of movement for our customers and for humans, right? And isolating unilateral movement will help us uncover imbalances, which are very common, to be fair, in my experience. Maybe with the hips, or maybe with glute, or maybe with the way things fire up for a client, or just simply because one leg is stronger for other. It could be due to maybe past injuries or past bad habits or whatever it is, right? So we do this separated in two ways with two tests. One is a closed kinetic chain and one is open. We start with the closed one with a split squat where the back leg in this case is anchored to the floor, which is going to make it easier for the person because both legs are actually doing some work here. We're looking for control in the movement, we're looking for a good ankle range of motion, the verticality of the shin, how is the torso on the way going down, are they going too far forward and having to lean to actually get up, or is the glute actually pushing the right way, are they very gobbly in the way they're going down, is there actually control, or are there some limitations because of the range of motion. This really highlights a lot of stuff, and it is very possible the person are actually not capable of doing this from the get-go. When it comes to translating that into program design, we're going to choose a lot of assisted work here to do split squat, to develop that pattern, maybe some eccentric work like on single leg squatting into a box and things like these, step ups, walking on their toes. A lot of things in the beginning just to get them strong enough to understand the movement and to develop the pathway to really do it properly. But let's say they could do this okay. We would move into the second pattern, which now is the open kinetic chain, which would be the boxer step up, which will help us go one step farther because now really all the work is doing by that just one single leg that it's on the box. There is no support from the other leg. So we're gonna see a lot better what's happening with the hip. And there is where we'll still see the same sort of issues in terms of like if the person is gonna have to fall forward or something like that, but we will be able to see a lot better what's the ankle and knee and hip stabilization through the movement, and we'll really be able to see if a hip is weaker than the other one or anything like that. So we'll still then translate that into program design by choosing what progression we're going to have this person to do. They'll probably have to start doing a lot of close kinetic chain stuff with split squats and things like that to get strong enough, but we might also want to have them do assisted step ups or shorter box step ups and things like that at the beginning just to go getting them through the motion and through the pattern. I think the complement of both together are great to assess imbalances from side to side. It was very easy for me at the beginning to oversee things here and okay, it's a little bit wobbly, but I'll move on. And then I've made the mistake of putting people straight into a rear foot elevated split squat when they could hardly do an actual split squat. What was I thinking, right? I suppose you learn as you go, but not that it means that I'm where I need to be by stretch imagination yet. I'm still getting there, but you go and you learn as you do. But I think you have to take your time to really understand, in this case, when it comes to single leg stuff, where are the real issues. And I find that asking someone to squat great without actually having solid foundation with single leg, it's somewhat counterproductive. They have to develop together, and there could be a lot more to the fault here than what meets the eye.